The list continues to grow. A moment ago, two more faxes came in. One of them was from a linebacker out of the state of Tennessee, and that's Tyrell Dodson. Comes out of Franklin, Tennessee, where he was a Centennial High School Cougar. Offer list shows three from the SEC, Arkansas being one of those. A couple of Big Ten schools offered, one from the Pac-12. So a nice list there for Tyrell Dodson, and now he joins the Aggies. His fax is in and approved on the defensive side of the football. Also coming in as a wide receiver, Courtney Davis. This is a recent approved NLI. Courtney is out of Houston, Texas, Langham Creek High School, where he played for the Lobos and head coach Todd Thompson. 52 catches a year ago for 960 yards. That is 18 yards per catch. So we continue to roll along, and we continue with our coordinators on the defensive side of the ball. We've got John Chavis with us right here in studio. Our conversation with him presented to you by Regions Bank. And Coach, a busy day, a special day. Thanks for taking the time with us.
Oh, no problem. Always good to be a part of the Aggie Network.
Certainly is. And defensively, 2015, I think statistically there was some great improvement with what we saw in comparison to 2014. How'd you feel about the strides made on your side of the ball?
Well, there were some things that we felt really good about, and then there's some things that we got to improve. And, you know, it's not hard to identify those issues, and that's what we've been kind of doing in between recruiting. You know, we've been sitting down studying our cut-ups, and it's amazing, you know, even though you go through it during the season, when you go back over it, you know, you get a different view of what you had. And, you know, the thing that I was really excited about is the effort that our players played with. It was great. You know, they bought into, you know, playing hard, playing fast, and doing those things. We just got to become more technique sound and understanding the scheme, and that's going to happen the second year through. So, you know, we got room to grow, but I'm excited about particularly the way our athletes competed.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the room to grow and being more sound technique-wise. I think the only statistic the Aggie defense didn't necessarily improve on was run defense. But is that hand in hand come spring football? Better technique, better against the run. Does it work that way?
Absolutely. That's what football is really all about. It's blocking, tackling. Defensively, it's the integrity of gap control, and really when you start talking about the run game, that's where it's got to be. You know, it's linebackers understanding fits based off coverages. You know, you may play the same front, but you may have a different fit based on where you're inserting a safety. So, you know, it's understanding the gap principles and being able to you know, maintain gap integrity.
Mm-hmm. I think back to a game in 2015 against Alabama. You guys registered 15 tackles for lost yardage. 14 were against run plays and a Heisman Trophy winner in Derrick Henry. That day, I mean, the Aggies looked rough. They looked physical. I mean, did you see glimpses of this team being a real SEC defense in 2015?
There's no question, and certainly, you know, and this is you know, if you say, hey, take away 3 plays or 4 plays, you know, we win the football game. Mm-hmm. You know, we played a great team. Eventually, the national championships winners, and you know, we for the biggest part of the game, we held our own. You know, but you can't go back and get those 3 or 4 plays back. That, you know, when it's all said and done, regardless of what happens, you know, defensively, that's what cost us the game. We gave up some plays that, you know, we could have very easily made. But give them credit; they were a good football team.
Mm-hmm. At cornerback, Brandon Williams and Devontae Harris, they'll depart. Spring football, when you think about next in line at a position, is cornerback something you look very closely at with 2 guys depart?
Well, you know, obviously that's a big position for us, and there's a lot of ways to build your defense, but personnel-wise, you know, to do the things that we do, you have to really be good at corner, and you have to be really good at defensive end. You know, you can you know, kind of put the other pieces together, but you want to be a great football team, particularly in this league. You got to be really, really good at corner, and you better be good at defensive end.
Well, Coach mentioned defensive ends. Well, one is now official to the Texas A&M signing class, and that is Alton Robinson out of Converse Judson High School, a power here in the state of Texas. Alton wants a rocket. He'll join this class. Alabama offered him. So did Michigan and Texas. But I want to go back to a guy that we just mentioned at the start of this who signed, and that was Tyrell Dodson out of Franklin, Tennessee. You get a good defender from a state that you played football in and you coached in. When you think about future recruiting efforts, is Tennessee a spot that maybe you want to get into a little bit?
Well, you know, certainly we're going to recruit Texas from inside out, and you know, there's a lot of players here. If we have the opportunity to go in Tennessee and or other states to recruit a guy that fits our system, that will be one of the top guys on the board at that position, absolutely. I think, you know, Texas A&M brand, you know, is a brand that you can go anywhere in the country and recruit. You know, kids get excited about it. It's a great place to play college football. Matter of fact, it's the best venue in college football, you know, no question. So there's a lot of reasons that we'll go outside of the state, but we're going to recruit the state first. We're going to take care of our home state, and then if we can go get someone that is at the top of the board at their position, then absolutely.
Yeah. Finally, Coach, just hearing you talk about Texas A&M in your first year here, it felt like you built up a great affection for this school in not a lot of time. Would that be an accurate statement about you?
Absolutely, and let me say this, there was a little bit of that even before I got here, because I had so much respect for the Texas A&M fans. I think it's a great fan base, and I use the word classy. I mean, you know, they really, really classy fans that support this program. They know football, you know, and obviously when you look at Texas A&M, the big thing that was so intriguing was you look at it and you say, hey, there's a chance to go there, win big. And when I say win big, we're talking about building a championship program, and we're putting the blocks on it every day, and that's what today's all about. So yeah, there's no doubt. My wife loves Texas. She loves College Station. It fits us to a T.
All right, certainly good to have you here on this show today. A happy signing day to you. Thanks for the time, Coach Chavis.
Thank you.
All right, John Chavis, our defensive coordinator, joining us right here on this signing day show. A new one came in while we were talking to Coach Kendrick Rogers from Frankston, Texas, a wide receiver. We'll talk about him in a bit.